Alrighty, welcome to the Vendor Vision Podcast. I'm your host, 5150. This episode is sponsored by Liberty Tax, Liberty Car Wash, and Barrio Clothing. Make sure to like, follow, and support the businesses. Thank you all for joining us today. Let's get started. Today we have a podcast virgin. We had Daniel, the owner of the Gummy Bar. You can follow him on Instagram at the.gummy.bar.
That's right.
He is best known for his authentic and unique chamoy snacks, which if anybody knows me, they know I freaking love that stuff. So without further ado, introduce the followers and the new people that are interested in you.
Yeah, hello. My name is Daniel. I own the Gummy Bar. I sell unique, authentic chamoy snacks. My chamoy is made from scratch. It's made out of hibiscus and spices. And people just come in and they really enjoy the chamoy. It's something different. It's unique.
So, okay, you said hibiscus, like
Yes.
the flower?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, how does that work? Like, is that? I assume it's not poisonous, right? Okay, what am I trying here?
So that's a spicy mango gummy that goes on top of the cucumber special.
Ooh,
Yeah, so
special.
it's one of my number one sellers. It's a cucumber wrapped in for roll-up covered in spices, some chamoy Tajín right on top.
Oh my god, that's addicting. And it's like usually I've noticed that the chamoy candy snacks are like harder and like more like chewy, but these are like soft. Like I don't even know how to describe that.
Yeah, so because the chamoy is made from scratch, what I do is I prepare it on site. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Like live and in person, like at events?
Yeah, I just crack open the container, put some chamoy and Tajín, and then hand it back to them. It's part of the experience that they get to shake it at a.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
at an
that's
event.
exciting. So they get to decide how much they want on there?
Yeah. If you like it like really, really like soggy, I can add more in there. And if you like it like kind of more on the dry, wet, sticky side, then light chamoy.
Nice. So what would you consider this like portion amount or like this amount of chamoy on there? Like light, heavy?
This would be like medium. Yes.
It's not too bad. I like it. I like that's not like too like hard and sticky, and there's enough on there where it like covers the product without it doing it too much, and you can't taste the mango. Like it was a perfect combination. It has a little kick to it, so that's awesome. So you said this was your like one of your top sellers?
Yes. Yeah, my number one seller.
Number one seller. Oh, that's awesome because it's healthy, right? Well, I mean, cucumbers are.
Yeah, definitely. The cucumber makes it very refreshing. It with the chamoy, it just waters your entire mouth.
I want to try the cucumber. I don't know if my production team wants to try some of this. We've never gotten samples before. I asked all my guests if they want to bring a sample, and he is the first one to actually bring it. So I'm super pumped because I freaking love Mexican candy, and we need everybody to try this. I don't know if Laura likes this stuff, but we'll get her in here and have her try it because I can't be the only one. But I would like, thank you so much. So what else? Because I did stalk your profile, of course, in preparation for this. So what did you say this one was called?
The Pepino Especial.
Okay, so I do say that on your website, so I checked that out for you. And that's it. Yeah, cucumber wrapped in fruit roll up, covered in spices, topped with mango gummies, covered in chamoy and Tajín. Is that still the price? So I can shout that out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
it's this whole thing is $12.75. So that's pretty darn good. You get like what is that like a full cucumber?
Yeah, it's a full cucumber wrapped in 2 fruit roll-ups, and then it's covered in chamoy and Tajín.
Ding, and the mango stuff. That's awesome.
Yes.
And then I did see, which I have yet to try, but I've seen it on TikTok before, and I'm like super pumped. The Chamoy Pickle Kit.
Yeah, the little kids go crazy for that one. You know, it's all over TikTok.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh, freaking TikTok. Okay, so it's a Chamoy pickle, fruit by the foot. What's Squinkles?
Those Squinkles. It's like the spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
It's the salsa spaghetti.
Oh, good to know. I didn't know that's what it's called, but I love those things as well. And Tajín. Takis Lucas, and then the Lucas Chamoy. What's the? Oh, it's like that little bird.
The Lucas Chamoy, the one you get to squeeze.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Everybody gets all weird, like, "Ooh, you're eating the thing." I'm like, I like it, but I guess I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, it's definitely addicting. That Red 40.
I know, right? Let's see what else I thought was pretty cool. The Mangonada.
Yeah, the Mangonada.
XL. So what's that about? So I see that it's like mango sorbet. Does that mean it's ice cream?
Yeah, so it's actually a nieve de garrafa, which is made with ice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it from Scooper's Garrafas Ice Cream. Shout out to him.
Shout out to you.
Yes. He supplies me with the mango garrafa ice cream, and I just put it in the cup with some chamoy. I put the Pelo Rico hanging out.
Nice.
The Lucas chamoy, and then some Squinkles. All that combination is over the top.
Yeah, your presentations are amazing. You guys need to check out his Instagram for sure. His website's awesome too. He definitely has Instagram worthy, TikTok worthy posts of his food. So shout out to you. Good job with your marketing. Speaking of marketing, so is it just you in your business? And if it is, like, are you in charge of everything, or you kind of delegate to whoever helps?
Definitely. I'm a one-man band. I do it all. Yeah. So all the pop-ups, I'm there. The storefront, I put in, my time there, and marketing myself, I do that as well. I'm up to 3 a.m. creating stuff like that.
I know. That's how I like virtually met him, is because I'm a night owl and I stay up late doing marketing and spiraling and whatnot. And he is, every time I go live, he is always there. And it's so nice to at least have one night owl that like is a business owner that knows what it's like to put in work and do everything yourself and whatnot. So what would you say that's the hardest part about like owning your own business and being a vendor?
I feel like it's just part of, I mean, it would be awesome to have a team right behind me. I have support, like more support, but for the most part, it's just me. I'm just putting my best foot forward for the business, trying to expand. I just signed a 3-year lease for my brick and mortar.
Wow! Yeah. Congratulations! And how long have you been in? When did you start this?
I started it in 2022. Yeah.
Oh wow! And you already got a brick and mortar. That's amazing. Where is it? I did get an address off your website, but I don't know if it's.
I'm located on 1746 West Van Buren Street.
And what hours are you open?
I'm open from 12, so from noon to 10 p.m.
Is that you haven't decided yet, or are you trying to put a cutoff that you probably will gonna stay late if you need to?
Yeah, I mean, I'll stay late if I need to. If it's busy.
That's awesome. So 12 to 10 at that location. I don't know if you want to put back in the comments or to tag it, but you can always, when you follow him or go on his website, he has his address there. So if you are interested in showing up, and then I did see you could order. Can people like order pickups?
Yeah, definitely. So I'll get a notification off my phone saying that somebody just ordered and they have a pickup time there. So I just prepare just in time, and they'll just walk in, pick up their order, and they'll be on their way.
That is awesome. When did you open that specific one?
Oh, my location. I opened it back in May. Yeah, May 11th was my grand opening.
Oh,
and
fun.
We had vendors and stuff like that. It was fun.
Yeah, how'd it go? What was just from that experience? What was like the best, and what was the like hardest part of that event?
During the event, I mean, I wouldn't say I had any complications. I mean, everything was just on go. It was just smooth.
Really? Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. That's a lot of people always have something. But I guess when you run it by yourself, you have complete control over everything. So as long as your vendors behave themselves, and it goes smoothly. Right. And so that was the best part probably was that it went smoothly. Yeah,
I mean, definitely, I got to enjoy a lot of time with the vendors and family that showed up, and my friend Crepes. My friends over there, Jose and Lindel San Juanero.
Nice. Yes. We have a question from Mike Fuentes Sr. What made you start making candy? Wait, what? I can't read. It's too far for me.
Yeah, so...
Hi, Marco.
It said, are we able to go back to that question?
See, it's not just me. It takes a delay. Sorry, guys. We're like all quiet. Okay, go ahead.
So it says, what made you start making candy? So my inspiration, I spent 2 years in Mexico, and my tia has her snack shop over there. So I was working with her for a little bit, and then I basically just got her recipe, and she gave it to me, and she said run with it, and it's been going smooth. So it's a family recipe from Sinaloa, Culiacan.
Awesome. Yes. That's really very cool. I went to Sinaloa Middle School in California. So you said it's a family thing and you run it by yourself, and your brick and mortar opened up in May. What would you say, not that you've already accomplished a crap ton in 2 years, but what is your next goal with the business?
My next goal would probably, I have my heart set on a company van right now.
Really?
I'm really wanting to get a company van, get it wrapped,
That'd be amazing. So you're going to be like kind of like an ice cream man, but like with like Mexican candy?
No, well, more for like transportation, so I can go to pop-ups and a nice professional van.
Okay, so like kind of like a food truck, but like with storage and have your van be your marketing.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, that I've seen it like builders and like other people when they have like those little like signs on like their door, on their back, and have the bumper stickers. Like I just feel like that's so smart and really good marketing. I always wanted like a thing on my door, but I just have so many things going on. I'm like, I don't even know which one I would put on there in the first place. I don't know if I want everything on there. Well, let's go back to your other things that you provide. I see that you have an Italian soda bag. What's that?
Oh yeah, so it's a pouch with some puree, some soda, and some garnishes as well, and then people really enjoy it. It's like an Italian soda kind of.
Yeah, that's cool. And so they get to pick out like whatever it says weekly flavor. So like every week you change it.
Yeah, every week I'll change the flavor, whether it's like a strawberry or a kiwi or like a blueberry.
Nice.
Yes.
Very cool. Let's see what else is on here. That sounded amazing. Okay, I see that you have margaritas and modelos. Now, how'd that work out?
Oh, that's actually, it was for a private event.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, see, that's what I was wondering. So keep in mind, vendors and business owners, like licensing for events, like a one-time thing is totally different than having like a license for alcohol. Like it's a whole thing of paperwork, and you always want to make sure that you're doing your paperwork correctly, submitting it on time, have all your stuff on deck in case someone shows up that checks those things, because that's definitely important. And I'm assuming that you do things the legal way since you do have a brick and
I
mortar.
definitely do have my Title 4 liquor license and stuff like that. And
how was that process for those who don't know? Because I know it's a issue.
I mean, well, I'm not fully legalized to serve alcohol outside of an establishment that has their license. But I mean, it's just like a private event basically. It's like bartending at like my tia's event basically. Okay,
cool. So it wasn't too much of a hassle to just do that private event thing. Just fill out the application and all that stuff. Do you remember like how much like it was to do all that? Like when it comes up to like business expenses, was that like a big expense or was it not too bad?
Well, the thing that you have right there is more of I didn't realize that it goes on the website. It was an event like 3 days ago that I did for my family.
Nice.
That was
awesome.
Something intimate, something small.
Okay, cool. So that's always good to have private parties at a private event.
I mean, so before the gummy bar was supposed to be like an actual bar.
I remember you talking to me about that. Yeah.
It kind of fell into the chamoy snack industry, and I'm totally okay with that. It's like a stepping stone that I'm going to use to get there. Because in the future, I mean, I would like to have my Gummy Bar Cantina,
That sounds awesome. What does that look like? Don't steal his idea. Serving snacks, you said?
Yeah, serving snacks on a bar top, some chamoy snacks, and then just an open bar, people can order anything and everything.
That's awesome. I know one of my favorite drinks is at Perla in Glendale. They have a chamoy drink that's made with, what I can remember, it's been a while. But it has like the Tajín rim and then like the chamoy. So the chamoy are on the rim and then the Tajín, and then they sprinkle the Tajín inside the, I think it's a mango jalapeno margarita type thing, if I remember correctly. And I think they have a puree as well. It's amazing and does not taste like alcohol, and it's very dangerous, and it's only this big. So I highly recommend you do something like that and make one of these awesome little like concoctions that you have.
Yeah, definitely a margarita bar in the future would be pretty awesome to do with some gummy garnishes, like a peach ring tequila or something.
Oh man, sign me up. I will be around here to try it out. So basically, when it comes to like how you started your business and everything, even though you wanted it to be like an actual bar, and now it's like a candy thing. So would you say that experience with your aunt was what inspired you?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I don't know if we're allowed to mention that other company that you worked for. Is that they kind of?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Oh, Hash Kitchen. Yeah.
I love Hash Kitchen. When I found out that you worked there. Oh, Cher's there. Hold on, one quick. Cher says, did you run into any challenges with opening your brick and mortar, and how did you overcome them?
Definitely. There were a bunch of challenges, especially with the health department. They'll come in, check things off. I'm like, nope, you need this, that, and the third, and this, that, and more, And
more, yes, because you gotta pay attention to that permit.
Right. Thankfully, I had a good team right behind me who was able to help me go through those things because they've already done those things before. I'm barely new trying to get it. So having that mentor right there next to me definitely helped a lot.
Yes. See, get yourselves a mentor, people. That's, it helps you save. I mean, obviously, you still had to like go through the process, and like it wasn't perfect, but I'm sure you're way better off than just doing it half willy-nilly. I'll say that.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse. And I'm sure that helped out a lot, because I'm sure like they wouldn't have to correct you with a bunch of things, because with the health department, as we know, like that infraction is some serious business, and it's public information, and everything goes on that health department website and everything. So
that's right.
I'm glad that they just helped you revise it and stuff, and didn't like give you any bad marks or anything like that, and still let you open.
Right. No, yeah, they get called the bad guy because they shut people down, but in all reality, they're there to help you. And
exactly.
You
who
just
wants
ask
to be sick? No one.
Right.
And you don't want to take that's losing your business. So it really helps you out, because you get to have your, people, your repeat customers don't get sick, you don't get sued, everything's good.
Yep.
Yeah. And so since you did it by yourself, like and in a short amount of time. So did you like, what was it that, if you don't mind me asking, you can say if it's too personal, but like, how did you like, are you really good with saving money? Because I personally am not. So that helps to be good with money if you're gonna start a business, just so you guys know, like if you have an idea, start saving right then and there.
Right.
It just helps, unless you have like, I don't know, rich parents or good credit where you can get a, you know, business loan or whatever. Like that's how I've noticed. Because yeah, it's hard.
I proudly say that I bussed and served and bartended every table and countertop to get to where I am today with my business.
There we go. Hard work pays off. People.
Yeah, I mean, Hash Kitchen was one of the best experiences ever, and I made lots of money, and I made it to a corporate level there, and I'm ready to put my all energy into my own stuff.
That's awesome. So what was it that made you finally decide, like when you were working for Hash Kitchen and had that upper management position, what was it that made you decide to switch over and do your own thing officially?
I feel like I was kind of like on autopilot. Like things were happening and it was just, all right, that's where you got to go. That's where your calling is. Right.
Yeah. It's when it's supposed to happen. It just happens. You don't have to force it. It's natural. Like, not to say that there's not, you know, going to be trials and tribulations and hard work and little setbacks here and there. But I feel personally that if something's meant to be, that it will happen and you don't have to try too hard, because if you're trying too hard, then I feel like you're like, maybe you should double think this. Maybe it's not meant for me right now. You know what I mean? So that's good. I'm glad. I'm so proud of you. That's so amazing. And I love Hash Kitchen. My friend Cher, who's watching right now, we are obsessed. Went to one in the Puree grand opening, and we love their the gold flake bacon.
Yeah, Billionaire's Bacon.
That's that. Let's see. I think they have like that donut. There's like some donuts.
Yeah, the cannoli donut.
Yeah, that. What else do we have there? I hate like tomato sauce or anything to do with tomatoes, so I don't like their like.
Bloody Mary
bar. But I love all their stuff. I really want to just go around and like how play you can.
Yeah.
Share. Let's go to Hash Kitchen. Because I love all the extra stuff. Like I'm so like when you were mentioning like the little garnishes and stuff. Like I could probably have a whole plate of garnish because
I'm very thankful for my experiences there. Honestly, I grew not only with the company but as a person as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
And now I'm able to apply it to my own business. And I still get to call certain managers and like ask them questions. And
awesome.
So to have, that door open still is pretty awesome.
Yep, that's good to not, burn bridges and stuff, because you never know when you're gonna need somebody's assistance who's done it, who's been there, done that, and they know what they're talking about.
More experienced than I am.
Yeah, and they're willing to help you, you know, because there's some people that have all that knowledge, but they're not willing to help you out, and so it's really nice, especially when, I'm obviously like you were a good employee with them, so why wouldn't they, encourage your business? Like it's no harm to them, you know what I mean? So that's awesome. So what would you say would be like the best advice that you could give to somebody? Like if you were going to be a mentor to somebody, what would your best advice be?
You mean to like a younger vendor or somebody barely starting their business? Barely starting? Yeah. I would definitely say, go to that vendor market that costs $75 to get in. Go to different places. Don't just stay in one spot. Get out there, and just get out there.
You have to put your name out there, and it helps with good marketing, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, I like your logo. It's very cool. Did you design that yourself?
I did, yeah. It took me like 4 hours to make it.
Really?
It pretty awesome.
There's a lot to it. So that's impressive that it's only took you 4 hours, man. Like, that's awesome. Like, I have like 3 or 4 businesses myself, and they kind of like all kind of have like a theme, but man, does it take a while, because I'm so like, I can do other people's stuff. Like I help with like flyers for the local events and whatnot, and like marketing and stuff. But when it comes to my own things, like I'm so difficult to please. Like I'm like annoyed with myself, and I can never just like focus on one thing, and then I never think it's perfect, so I always have to redo it, and it's super annoying. And I'm like, I would not want me as a customer. So then I much rather prefer working on other people's things, because I feel like especially when someone like you who has a passion, you know what you want to do, you seem like a nice guy. You're always nice to me when I'm live. You're very supportive. You've given me advice on live and everything, and for nothing, like we don't know each other, but you're so helpful that and we're strangers, like this is the first time we're meeting in person. So, it's really awesome to have that kind of connection with people who are positive and like can see like, hey, I know this, like, oh, you're talking about this, like, let me jump in and give my advice,
Yeah, I mean, I always tell everybody I'm happy to help where it makes sense. You know, and if I feel like this event's gonna make sense to you, I'm gonna send it to you. Or if, I'm always happy to help with anything.
Mm-hmm.
I've made logos for other businesses as well.
That's awesome.
It's if I could do it, why not?
Right? I know exactly. Just help out. When people ask you and they trust you to help out, why not? You know what I mean? Like to me, it's honor. Like when someone asks me to do anything for them, I'm like, you think I can do that? Like, you trust me with these things? Like, oh my God, it's awesome. Oh, Cher says, what has been the most effective type of marketing for your business? Good question, Cher.
Definitely staying consistent. You gotta just, especially. So I use an app called PixArt where I edit stuff and go crazy. Just definitely put your own little twist to it.
Yeah.
Being consistent on Instagram, you know, you're building a following. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and then I just learned that you can put stuff on Marketplace. So I've been putting all my products there, and it actually attracts people to the shop.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so on Facebook Marketplace?
Yep. Marketplace, and then you share it on a bunch of groups.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that definitely helps a lot.
Oh, there you go. Life hack, people. I don't even know that. I mean, I know that there's Marketplace for like items, but I didn't know that you could do like food stuff
well,
on
you
there.
can't, but you just
Oh.
do it.
Oh, okay. Now we know there's a little secret to it. Okay, good to know. Because I always see that stuff. Like, I do see some things where like it looks like a food cart or whatever, but and then it looks like that's what they're selling. But then when you actually go into the post, then it's like offering their services.
It's marketing. You're using it. You're using that platform to get your stuff out there to a lot of people in these groups. You know,
that's amazing. I like the way you think, sir.
Shout out to Lindell for teaching me that.
Oh, there you go. See, you're using that knowledge. She taught you. You're teaching the viewers.
You gotta pass it down. If it works for me, it's gonna work for the next person.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Yep. Preach. So, okay, what else would you like the viewers to know about you? Whether it's, you know, personal, professional, future stuff, past stuff. Like, what makes Daniel the business owner and the Chamoy man?
That's a tough question.
I like some brain busters. No wrong answer.
I mean, I'm just happy to help, you know, where it makes sense, you know, and then, you know, if I have an opportunity, I'll pass it down to you guys.
Yeah.
And, just be positive, you know.
Yeah, I like that. That's awesome. And then, so for your venue, I mean, not your venue. Well, yeah, your brick and mortar. So, do you offer like to like rent it out? Like, how big is your space?
So it fits about like 50 people in there.
Really?
Like,
nice.
It's a full dining room.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So there's a front part and a back part. I collaborate with a lot of people. We do like sip and paints. We actually have one coming up June 13th.
Okay. June 13th, sip and paint.
Wait. July 13th.
Oh, okay, I didn't catch that either. I'm like, oh yeah, it's already July. So July 13th, what time?
It's gonna be from noon till about 3 p.m. Yeah, it's with Inner City Nutrition. You know, she wanted to do like a hot girl summer thing.
Nice.
I'm not gonna stop you. You know, do your thing. You know?
Who doesn't want hot girls in their like restaurant? There you go. That's awesome. And then, if people want to like rent out your space or have an event there, how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, I mean, they can just contact me and then we'll be able to just have a meeting about it. You can come and check out the place, and we could do like, there's people who do bands there. There's people like doing sipping paints, and I'm trying to go into like, rent it out for like parties or something, you know.
That's awesome.
Host a little event there.
Yeah. Okay. So you heard that, people. If you are looking for a new space, that you need to hit him up on. What's the best way to reach your Facebook, Instagram?
The Gummy Bar or AZ Foodster. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I run that account.
I know. I'm like, I know you have other pages. I'm like, do you want me to just do this one? Yeah. So yes. How many pages do you run yourself?
I run like 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Good job. And then aren't you part of like that Taste of Green?
No, that's actually a separate event. I was like running 91st and Northern. You know,
okay, that's what it was. I'm like, I knew that there was some other kind of event that recently went on. Yeah, what happened with that? Is that still going on, or
no? It's not. No, it
no more. Okay,
it's not happening no more.
No more. Okay, so now your main focus is just your brick and mortar, getting people to come in there. Like, do you already have things coming up other than the sip and paint? Like, how open are you to do? Like, obviously, you don't want like events every day, right? Or is that what you want to do?
As long as it's scheduled, we can do it pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then is there like a set out like amount of hours, like a minimum, a maximum? Can they be there the whole time?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm open from like 12 p.m. to 10. So
nice.
we can negotiate some stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Right on. That's awesome. Well, I'm very happy for you, and that's awesome that you're doing good things, and you definitely seem like a positive guy, and I cannot believe you're doing. Actually, I can believe it because I know how it is, but that's awesome that you're doing it by yourself. You don't have to, worry about, even though it's hard sometimes, and you wish, like, I'm sure you want to ask somebody, like, hey, what do you think? Like, it's hard making all the decisions all by yourself all the time, but
especially when you kind of go like mentally downhill, and you're just like, all right, and there's nobody there to be like, hey, like. You got to do it yourself.
Yep.
You got to get up and do it no matter what.
Yep. You got to be your own cheerleader. Yep. Pep talk. You got to get yourself out of the rut. You gotta recognize it and then know that you're worth it and that
Yeah.
your business is worth it. And you don't want to give up all your hard work. You know, I mean, but it's okay at the same time. You
Right.
gotta give yourself a break. Sometimes you can't be freaking Energizer Bunny as much as we want to. You know, like it's never there's always something going on.
Yeah.
Like there's always something to do. There's always something to work on, follow up with, and everything. So yeah, I totally get the late nights and whatnot. So is this your sole income now, or do you have?
Oh yeah,
other
for
things going
sure.
on?
Yeah,
Awesome.
right now I'm just living off my bar.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
See, that's
to be
like
able to do that is pretty cool. And
for
be
real.
consistent at it. It's like, okay, you're doing something right, but what can we do more to take over that next part? You know.
Yep, get your van, and all that
Yeah.
fun stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. And so, what kind of events do you like to do, like locally? Like, do you like where do you normally hang out at? Like, I know you said like don't stay in one space, but where do you see yourself typically when you do like many events? Like, what is it that you say yes to?
So this weekend I just did an event. It was at the Pitbull store right there on 85th and Grand Avenue.
Okay.
That one was a pretty nice event. It was a lowrider car show, dog show.
Really?
Yeah, it
I
was
missed
pretty awesome. They're gonna have one more, and I will
Oh.
definitely reach out to.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, I gotta promote that. I gotta pay attention. I'm gonna have to put you on like my favorite alerts and stuff because I missed that one, and I love dogs. That's so cool. That's actually would be great for. I don't know if you watched the episode. We have raw dog treats, and they do what was their dogs? Rottweilers. They breed Rottweilers as well as provide pet snacks that are freeze dried. If I remember correctly. And they're all natural. They're duck heads. I almost got paid to eat one time, but it did not happen because they did not put their money where my mouth is. So what?
I got some money.
No, that was before this is a dead issue. I had a duck head literally in front of my face. And there's some guy on the live that was like, I'll pay you, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, there's the Zelle, put the crap up. If it's sent over by the time this podcast ends, I will take a bite. And he didn't. I'm like, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I'll talk. But still, it was exciting for a little bit. But that's like a good connection right there. So is there anybody in like the food industry or like snack industry, however you want to call it, that you haven't worked with yet that you want to work with? Like any other or maybe not so much competition as let's say, but like maybe someone you want to collab with.
I mean, I was talking to my buddies and we were thinking about doing like a Chamoy Wars thing because they're doing the Taco Wars.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
Taco Wars. So I wanted to put my own little twist in it. You know, let's do Chamoy Wars. You know, everybody step up. You know?
Let's do it. I know because I know there's a lot. I know at least 3 of my girlfriends off hand make that, and there's not a lot of men doing it from what I've known for that's like 4 years.
Like TJ said, it's Vato owned.
Vato owned. I love it. That's adorable. But yeah, and it's funny because like I know when I did an event we did against what was it, Menudo contest, and we're against like grandmas and stuff like that, you know. So and yeah, I got second place. So yeah, that's like right. It can be something like that. So if you beat these girls, you better be prepared for them to come at you because you know how girls are.
It will be okay.
But you know, it's all love, you know, and you know,
friendly competition.
And a lot of men are chefs. So like, it's not uncommon. Like people just like have that stereotype of like women always in the kitchen and cooking all the food, blah blah blah.
Right.
But there's nothing wrong with men cooking, whether it's treats or a full course meal, whatever. Men can cook themselves. This fool over here wants me to freaking cook all the time, and I was like, bro, I bring home the bacon. I do not need to cook. I'm chilling. I don't cook. Like I do. Huh? Yep. This guy. I eat bacon. I love bacon. Hence the gold flake bacon. But yeah, no, I think that's awesome. And I think that you totally do that because I have at least one of my coworkers, she does her own thing. Shout out to Stephanie. She has her own little candy and that is pretty fire.
Steph is making noise. I know Steph.
You know Steph?
Yeah.
Oh, a small world. Oh, how do you know her?
Through events and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Online.
She interviewed me. And
nice.
she helps me with my job and training me and stuff. And she's amazing. And she's a Spanish speaker that I always call on to like help me out because I know Spanish, but I don't know no Spanish. I'm just always like uno momento, and I get her and she helps me out. So shout out to her. I love her candy. I'm obsessed with her gushers. Gushers are like my weakness, but I'm gonna come to your spot and I'm gonna try that pickle because I'm obsessed with pickles and I have yet to have a Chamoy pickle. So you're gonna be my first since you were my first. I was your first podcast.
Thank you.
Broke you in, so you're gonna break me in with the pickle. Laura, there's candy if you want some. They brought tables. You want to pass this along to her?
Oh yeah,
you want to explain it to her real quick? So
it's a cucumber wrapped in rollup covered in spices and chamoy and Tajín.
You can share with the kids. Do you have a lot of like kids as your fan base?
Yeah, I mean, I get those kids that harass their parents for
chamoy. Yeah, you can try. The kids can try some, and the boys can try some. She's like, no. They peach rings and cucumber stuff. It says candy. See, the kids are the harshest critic ever. And it's funny because you think it's, well, granted it's cucumber, so they may be all weird about it, but we're gonna get her a sample real quick. Let's see what she thinks. It's really good. We're watching her try it. Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, so for the month of July, we're gonna be collecting donations as far as like backpacks and like crayons and stuff like that.
Okay, cool.
And then August 13th, I believe, we're gonna be throwing this huge another benefit event.
Oh, okay, for what?
Back to school.
Okay.
So people will drop off donations for kids that need stuff to go to school and school supplies and stuff like that.
Okay, and what day? Just so because I know I was like transitioning. What day in July was the backpack drive?
It's gonna be all of July.
Oh,
We're
all
gonna
of July.
be collecting donations.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you guys have extra backpacks for the kids coming up for school season, because it's gonna be here before you know it.
Right.
Make sure where's the location they're gonna be dropping off at?
1748 West Van Buren. Yes.
Okay, 1748 West Van Buren. Drop off the backpacks, and then you said August what?
I believe 13th. Yes.
August 13th is another fundraiser, or is that like when they?
That's the benefit event. That's where we're gonna be passing them out.
Okay, so that's when you're doing pass ups. You have until the cutoff is like what, like the day before, just to get it ready, or day of? Like,
day of, yeah. You can come bring your donations.
There you
day
go.
of.
So all of July, and then until August 13th, go ahead and bring in your backpacks. Do you make the cucumber candy to order? How long does it stay fresh?
So it's been like about an hour or so already, and it's still pretty fresh. I do make it on site, made to order.
Yeah, so you can tell him how much chamoy and Tajín you want it, right?
Right.
Yeah. So there you go. And then you can also pre-order it online, right?
Yes, yep.
Is there like like how far in advance can people like order their stuff? Does it matter?
Not really.
And then how soon can they order? Like, can they is it like an hour turnaround time, or is it like you gotta be like early morning, anytime like that?
As soon as I get the notification and it tells me, you can have it ready by 6, and it's ready at 6.
Awesome. Yes. There you go. Dang, on demand service. I like it. Okay, let's see what else. Is there anything else you want to share with the viewers? Any other events, vending events, or things that you're looking to do? So in case people are having their own events that you're interested in, whether more lowrider things.
Right. Yeah, I definitely want to step out back to vending. It's been a while since I vended. Last weekend was my first event, so nice. I'm gonna go back to vending and bring them back to the shop.
Awesome. There you go. And do you have like business cards and stuff that you hand out, like stickers, anything?
I do stickers.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. I love stickers. Stickers are always the best way because you just pass them out. They're free, and then people like put that on there, and then they recognize you, or they'll take pictures and shout it out and all that fun stuff. So
that's right.
That's good. So when it comes to like deciding like how you're gonna package, because I know packaging is huge when it comes to businesses. I know I personally made like these little boxes that were like cardboard, but they're custom, and their little boxes. They're 4x4 boxes, and they were a huge hit with everybody. I still have like my initial like order, but they are expensive. What made you? Is that what you set on, or is that like you've had trials and tribulations with?
So I'm actually using a different container this time around.
Okay.
It's usually presented different. That way the cucumbers are like kind of blossomed different way.
There you go.
But I feel like this way is best efficient when it's on the go, because it has like a little safety thing where you click it, and if it comes off, somebody dug in your Chamoy snack.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be the worst. Yeah, I think that's awesome, and it is important food vendors to have like in person, like eat there type of thing, whether it's at an event or at your brick and mortar.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. If you're dining in, it's definitely going to get the best presentation. But if it's to go, the presentation just change a little bit.
Yeah, but it's good because he cares about the safety of your food. He doesn't want to pop open or anything spill anywhere, because that would not be fun to clean. Does Chamoy stain?
It does. Yeah.
See, you gotta watch out. Okay, what's the best? Do you know of any life hacks of the best way to clean Chamoy?
Not really. I've never got it like on my clothes.
Okay, so be careful.
I feel like the washer does his job.
Okay, good. So it doesn't like stain where you can't like wash it out.
Right.
Okay, cool. I have noticed it like stains my fingers sometimes.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like eating Takis. It's like the red 40.
Oh yeah. The red 40, man. It's to die for, literally and figuratively.
People love it.
Yeah, obsessed. Can't go wrong with that. With the Takis, do you try out like I know I don't eat Takis too much. They're a little too much for me, but do you stick with the blue, or do you like to coordinate? Like, what is it about the vintage?
Yeah, I mix it for the presentation on the local. So it's a cucumber carved in a little shot glass cup.
Oh, nice.
And then I stuff it with like Takis and Squinkles, Japanese peanuts around, chamoy and Tajín, and it's just presented like that. And Takis are spiking out everywhere.
Nice. Yeah. You guys definitely follow him. Do you have a TikTok?
I do. I have a TikTok. It's at the Gummy Bar.
Okay, at the Gummy Bar. Follow him on that because his presentation is superb, and it will make you hungry if you're not already, and it'll make you rush out there real quick because I've seen it and I'm like, oh my god, they're beautiful. I want one of each. So definitely check that out. Like, follow, share, go to his brick and mortar, go to his events. Let's see. And you said, what do you have? When is that sip and paint again?
The sip and paint. That'll be July 13th.
July 13th. Yes. Oh, is that, and that's the same? No, wait. Is that the same day as the other stuff? No, wait. August 13th is the other one.
No, but we're also going to have another, like a vendor market.
Okay.
The same day.
Oh, okay.
There's going to be multiple things going on that day.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And it's all at your brick and mortar?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Wow. A lot's going on. And then how does one, like, if you were to have events at your place where, like, it's a farmer's market or, like, where there's vendors, like, do you pick and choose? Like, would you pick another chamoy person, or is that, like, kind of a little bit too much competition, or like what kind of vendors do you usually have at your spot?
I mean, I'm pretty confident in my product, so to have another, I've actually worked alongside another chamoy vendor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right there on 91st and Northern. Dirty Tita Marindo from Tucson. Yeah, they make a lot of noise, and it's just nothing but inspiration. It's all love. I go by. There's enough food to feed the world. So some people may not like her stuff, and they'll come over to me, or some people may not like my stuff and they'll go over to her. It's never no animosity with me.
That's good. That's awesome. Yeah, because sometimes people are a little weird. Like, I know, I know a couple of vendors that are like, I only want to be the only, cheese place. I want to be the only burger place. I want to be the only,
those are small-minded people.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with a little bit of competition. I personally like my original business. I sold like smoke shop supplies that are geared towards female smokers that were like discreet, so you wouldn't really know that they are. They're covered in like bases or like little animal shapes or whatever, just so it doesn't look like a smoking device. And there was, even though like there's obviously smoke shops, right? And there's obviously, people who blow their own glass and stuff. But I felt like because of I handpicked every single product that I displayed on my table and had for sale, and because it is a niche of like discreet smoking stuff specifically for girls, there's not a lot of girl product other than like, a pink pipe or a ping pong or whatever, like that's pretty much all you get, pink or purple and like a smoking apparatus, and that's it. And then they call that girl supplies. But I felt like even though there was other things, other vendors there that had those kind of products, none of them were like mine. Right. So like it definitely it's kind of cool to see like who they go to and like who they like and who they shout out and everything. And sometimes there's some people that are like, oh, I like both of you guys. Like I just want to be fair and get both of you guys. And you're like, hey, everybody wins, So that's awesome. Let's see what else. So is there anything else that you want to tell people, whether it's like advice or things to look out for in the future, or like the more collab things that you want to do, or maybe is there any other like food products that you haven't tried yet that you want to try? That's the recipe?
I want to start. I want to expand my drink menu options. Do like a little shark attack with like blue soda and like grenadine or something, and some gummy sharks.
Heck yeah.
There's some chip platters that I want to bring out.
That'd be awesome, especially
definitely
for the events.
some more menu items.
Yeah.
And then as far as that advice, if you're a small vendor, just definitely jump around. Don't stay in one spot, because that's what I did. I stood on 91st and Northern, and all my fan base is over there, so I come get a shop, and it's just, people do come and support, but it's not the same,
Yeah. People like as you said, like people like consistency, and it helps you grow with consistency, and that kind of unfortunately is not. It relates to like in person versus and also online. Like people like look for your posts and everything like that, but also like especially if you started out in the spot for a very long time, that's where they like count on, and that's where they, when you move away from them, like people are creatures of habit. So my ladies
were distraught when they found out that I'm opening shop on the other side of town.
Yeah.
No.
Don't do it. Have you opened up your shop yet, or have you thought about like doing like DoorDash or like
DoorDash? I've got in contact with DoorDash and stuff, but I haven't jumped on there yet. I'm not sure what's stopping me from doing so. sometime in the future for sure.
Yeah,
it's
I
definitely a good point of sale.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, because it helps out the people that, can't, go travel or don't have a car or just want something like when they're ordering, their dinner or whatever,
Right.
they can add your stuff to it,
That's right.
and then you don't have to lose your fan base. So
Right.
that works. Yeah, definitely. I've done delivery here and there for like some of my stuff and like personal, like, because I don't believe in paying for like the extra service, like when it
Right.
comes to small business, like. If I was, like, I don't know, Chipotle or like that, though, on that level, then
Right.
for sure, like, what does it matter when they have unlimited stuff? But as a small business, true, I'll do that crap myself. Like, I'll have a certain day, time, and it's open during that time. And usually it's, for the homies and stuff. So that, you already know where they live and you don't have to worry about getting kidnapped or anything like that. So that's awesome. Let's see. Oh, we're almost out of time. So I'd say... bad stories.
Bad stories.
He's all positive, if you haven't noticed, which is really refreshing, and I need that today.
I mean, as positive as I am, there is a downfall to it.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to hear the drama. I feel like just more in the vendor community.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so crazy. There's people out there with so much animosity, so much selfishness.
Keep my mouth shut on this so I don't get in trouble again.
It's hitting home for her.
Yes. A little bit, but
No,
fine. You go ahead.
I definitely do have some bad experiences that I try to bury the hatch on because we're gonna be in the industry, we're gonna see each other, so let's just keep it cool.
Yes, I agree. 100%.
You know,
especially when you run into them, like, why make it awkward? Yeah, make it professional.
Yeah,
like that's
keep it professional.
Yeah, like when especially
okay.
business owner, like how it is to lose something and work hard for it and have somebody take it away from you. Why are you gonna try to do that to somebody else? Like that's not okay. And everybody needs to have respect for each other and respect the process, respect each other as a business. You don't have to come for them all the time. Like everybody, there's room for everybody.
Right.
Everybody loves everything.
Make your own noise.
Exactly. And like just because someone's doing well doesn't mean that you're not. Like everybody's different. Like
that's one thing that's wrong with people, that they compare themselves to the next. If there was no comparison in life, I feel like you're just only focused on your own stuff, you would be a lot further. Don't compare me to the next person, and that's what changes their mind,
Yeah, especially when you're a friendly guy, you're willing to help people.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason to come for you at all, in my opinion, because if they want to be you or want what you have, then there's no reason why they can't ask you, like, hey, how did you do that, or how did you get this, or how did you make, I don't know, how did you decide to make that with the veggies and keep it fresh and stuff, so it doesn't look all like moldy, and like where do you get your vegetables at, and all that stuff. Like there's no reason why you can't ask other people for help and it not be like some trade secret and stuff. Like people are so extra. Like I can't even with that. Like there's no reason why. Like I felt
definitely weird people out there. Like if you were to ask me, how did you get into that event? I'm gonna tell you that's just who I am as a person. Right. But you ask the next person, they're like, well, I don't know. I went to this website and that was it.
Dude, and I don't understand that. Like I don't know if it's because I'm too honest or like I'm too naive or what my problem is, but like when someone asks me a question, my instant response is going to be an honest answer. And I don't have that moment where I'm thinking of how I'm going to screw you over or tell you some bullshit, because there's no need for that.
You're going to misguide.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Your positive attitude is the reason you will continue to be a success.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, positive vibes always. Yeah, and and it's really awesome that you are a positive person, and you like, because there's some people that accuse me of not being positive, and it's like I'm a realist. Okay, when shit happens, I am affected by it, and it definitely is a learning experience. Every negative experience is a learning experience. I just wish I didn't have to learn the hard way all the time, or have people come for me all the time. But whatever, it is what it is.
If they're coming for you, you're doing something right.
That's what I've been told. It's like, oh, if you're hating, like Cat Williams and that hater thing, if you don't got haters, feel free to hate on me, or I don't know, something like that. But I'm like, no, thank you, I'm good. Like I just want cool, calm, collected. I want to be left alone. Like, don't come for me. Don't. I'm not after you. I don't give a shit. Like, if you want my help, I will gladly help you. Probably won't even freaking charge you. Like, I undercharge all the time. I don't charge for my services. I barter. Like, I'm super low key, and it's just like, how does that something like that, like, even for you? Like, you're so positive. How is anybody gonna come from you? Like, I cannot even imagine anybody.
I feel like they look for things to come from me for.
Dude, right?
That's what they're there for. They'll just sit there and surveillance you and.
Oh, you did this. Oh, you didn't greet this customer fast enough. Like, oh, you're rude. Like, oh my God. It's like, that's how like extra that is sometimes, where they just like you said, they watch you. They look for one little maybe slip up, or just like assume things. Or if you did this, then they automatically means this or whatever. And it's just like, bro, unnecessary. So don't come for us nice people, dang it. We're nice and we care and we matter, you know, and we just want to help, damn it. That's how I feel about that. That's my little pedestal, but I'm sorry for anybody that's come for you because you don't deserve it. You're a nice guy. Damn it.
I wonder if they have any more questions.
Do you guys have any more questions online? He likes to answer any questions. We'll play a little Q&A.
I know, right? I think that's pretty cool to sit there and people ask me stuff and I answer them.
Nice.
Did you say how you made the name?
The Gummy Bar.
Gummy Bar?
I just thought of it. I'm like, what? I mean, all right. So it's chamoy, some gummies. Because I started off with the 8-ounce containers. So I'm like, all right, well, I want a bar eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So Gummy Bar just made sense. It's just like a full bar of gummies right now.
Is that the merch?
No, not merch. Not yet. I'm not that.
T-shirt?
Yeah, stickers.
Right.
Gummy Bar joint.
No, yeah. And then I do have like an actual gummy bar. People can order. Well, it's catering basically. I have 9 different gummies and then 3 types of fruit. You get in the cup, some watermelon mango or some cucumber.
People can get that order for their business.
Yeah. I've done like baby showers. I've done parties. Yes.
Oh, shit.
He's a real one. I think we should definitely have him on deck for when we do events.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if you know, but they the production company, Productions, also does Live Ride podcast on Wednesdays at 8 right? Yes. Okay. Yeah. On Wednesdays, they're very heavy into the lowrider community. They have their own events. They help out with others. They were all part of the Super Show.
Nice.
We also have Hank from High Class comes in. He's my brother podcast. He comes in after me. He has some awesome people that are in the lowrider industry that talk about what they're doing, events. He interviewed the Ladies First Car Club and stuff, which you should definitely link up with them for their events because they're huge. They had a huge event on Jackson, and yeah, I would definitely recommend getting linked up with those girls because they're amazing and they're going places. And they're another thing. All the boys wanted to do the Jackson. Speaking of, all these boys love these girls, like no animosity. They respect, lowrider scene and everything. The boys tried to do it in that spot. People got shut down. They didn't go through permits. It was like too much, but the girls worked their booties off.
That's right.
Got it legal, got it with the permits,
right.
Health permits, special event license, all that stuff, and put on a amazing event and made the boys be like, shoot, okay, we're gonna have to try next, try harder. We're actually gonna have to do the permits. We're gonna have to, and it's cool because it motivated a lot of people. And it was a really positive event. They had live artists and, lowriders, and they encouraged a lot of females to start lowriding and everything. So it definitely was a movement. So you never know how one little thing can really put on inspire people. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
With your stuff. Hey, you never know. Maybe if you're at events, more men will want to do chamoy, and there's nothing wrong with that,
Yep.
Or you never know, you'll meet with somebody and then they'll throw all the events that you want at your spot,
right.
and then you'll be able to get your van in no time.
Right.
So that's the thing. You gotta, if you're willing, always help each other out because there's no point in sabotaging other people's businesses and stuff, especially when we can link up and elevate each other together and learn from each other and not have to make the same mistakes over and over again. So that's my 2 cents.
I agree.
But yeah, so make sure you guys follow him at the.gummy.bar on Instagram. Is it all the same thing on it? Okay, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok?
Yes.
Any other platforms?
Mm-hmm.
So that, and go to his website. It's thegummibar.square.site, right? That's the full thing. Check that out. You can order your chamoy goodies on that site. You can follow him on Instagram. He was established in 2022. His location again is 1746 West Van Buren Street, and his stores. You got to change the store hours, sir. It says 12 to 8, but we're doing 12 to 10.
Yes.
12 to 10. Wednesday. It says Wednesday through Monday. Is that
yes.
right? Okay,
Yep.
so Wednesday through Monday. For now, and then if you want to book events with him, hit him up, and just if you want him to be at your events, hit him up as well. I think that's all. But I appreciate you coming. I hope it wasn't too crazy for you for your first time.
No, it was pretty cool. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Yay!
I can't wait to go home and see them.
I get nervous. I don't watch it. I low key watch it. I watch it my eyes squinted. I'm like, let's fast forward to a good part. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I'm cringe. I'm like, oh, I don't like it. Cause I get weird. I don't like the way I sound, and when I'm I feel like I'm really goofy with my expressions and stuff. So then when I watch myself, I'm like, oh, why did I make that face? But I'm my worst critic. So It's fine. You did great. I already
Thank you,
know.
thank you.
I've been watching this on the
Well,
on the
thank you
screen.
so much for having me today.
Of
You know, it's
course.
been a pleasure here coming and talking about my
Of
platform.
course.
I
And
mean,
thank you for being my night out buddy, and thank you for the
Thank
advice
you.
and help that you've given in the past. And I appreciate you coming on. We're actually going to be doing a little bit of a change up coming soon. We're going to announce. So you're my last guest for right now. So congratulations.
Oh,
That was your
thank you,
first. You're my last. It's all good.
Thank you.
So yeah. Everybody make sure you follow, like, subscribe,
That's right.
buy stuff, and when he gets merch, buy it, rep that shit, tag him.
That's right.
Yeah, and buy his food ASAP. All right.
Thank you. Thank
We
you.
are good to go, people.